Okay. Apparently, apparently my first video, well, not my first, but the one I wanted to upload to YouTube, uh, wasn't allowed. Conspiracy. It failed uploading when I have a bunch of other videos I uploaded. Was it the topic? Maybe. But anyways, here's the issue I want to talk about. It's $15 an hour, and I look at it at so many different ways. And one way I look at it is this. Yeah, it's ridiculous that you have to pay someone $15 an hour to flip burgers. I mean, that's a lot. But so was $4 an hour back in the 1930s. That was a lot of freaking money. And that you wouldn't even, I don't even think they made more than, the top paid person didn't make more than $2 an hour, I think. So yeah, $4 an hour was like for executives or whatever. They were paid salaries. So, anyways, but here's the problem. People say, well, it's, for the most part, it's people starting out need to learn how to, and you're right. You're absolutely right. But the problem is, a lot of people who are starting out have families, and they don't really, it's really hard to accommodate someone who has a family. I mean, how do you roommate with a family? Okay, so yeah, it's one thing when a kid roommates with someone, or roommates with about 4 other people, so they can afford housing and other things, and go through some kind of training while they are living with other people. But when you have a family and you're still going to school, yeah, how do you account for not being able to afford for your stuff when you're going to school? All right, even if the school is paid for, that's a whole different issue. But even if the school is paid for, how do you pay? How do you get the training while you have a family? Okay, so we have to look at it that way also. We have to look at both sides objectively and go, where's the real problem? Oh, it must be the retailer's fault because they're so greedy and they want so much and they don't need all that money. And you know what? That's true. That's true for maybe 10, 20% of the businesses out there. The rest of them are suffering. They're barely making it above water. That's why they have Black Fridays. That's why they have Black Weeks or 2 weeks, so that they can put themselves out of the red and into the black, which means, because whenever your balance came up red on a calculator, that means you were short. But if it came up black, that means you either broke even or made something back. And that's where we get the term Black Friday, not from the plague. So, but anyways, most businesses just try to, they have to not just pay employees, whatever type of business it is, they have to come up with new innovative ways to keep ahead, or at least keep even with the competition. And they have to pay a lot of money for things that don't get sold. You can't sell people, well, Well, at least not legally. Anyway, that's another whole different issue. And you can't sell software that you bought. You can't sell um, machinery and products that are strictly for running your business. It has nothing to do with what you're going to resell to the public. And it costs a lot of money, and to pay for electricity and all that other stuff. So yeah, we had to look at both sides, because um, the other ones that are going to struggle from $15 an hour are not the billionaires or even the millionaires. It's the ones who are making $100,000 a year. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of money. Yeah, if they kept all of it. Okay. So I was trying to look at, okay, well, how do you solve this? Because you have people who need that raise to accommodate themselves for the prices, and people also say, well, if you raise minimum wage, prices will go up. Well, guess what? Prices are already going up. Everything costs more. Eggs are ridiculously high. Beef, bacon, sugar products like candy, ice cream, they're ridiculously high right now. I mean, $2 freaking dollars for a candy bar that's king size. King size. Yeah, right. That's regular size back in the 80s. Okay, maybe it's slightly bigger. But anyways, you look at milk that costs more than gas. Do they put gas in milk? Is that how that works? I know that's not how it works, but I'm just saying, the prices of houses, gas, sugar products, fast food, things that we don't think about, software that is needed to run companies efficiently, machines, equipment, that they are also high priced. And that raises the price to cover for the price and the cost of electricity and water. All of that, oil, all of that is needed to run a business, or certain businesses, not all businesses. But, yeah. So how do you solve it? You lower the freaking prices. And I'm not talking about the Walmarts and the Targets and whoever else, and the other mom and pop places, or the smaller places, or the medium-sized places, or whatever. Yeah, that helps. But how about not charging so damn much? The people who are making the products, and the ones who are making the products, how about the people who are selling them stuff in order to run their business? How about you lowering your prices? And it's just a big old circle of people raising prices for whatever reason. Either they raise prices to keep up to pay for other stuff, or they're just freaking greedy, or they don't care. They just don't care, and they don't know. So, I don't, yeah, you look at the billionaires, the multi-billionaires, and they suck. They suck because they don't really give a damn about us, because they just want us to pay enough for us to get by. And that's the problem. Just to get by. Alright? And just to be happy enough to where we can buy a bunch of crap. And that's the other thing. Teaching people how to invest their money, how to budget their money. And and a lot of industries don't want you to learn that stuff. They really don't, because that's what keeps them. That's what keeps them above water. Is that they take the money you can invest in to spend on their stuff, which is, and why not? Why wouldn't they want it? They're trying to survive, and so that's the answer. Bring down the prices like they did in the 30s. Now, it was hard, and it took a long time for for them to recover from that. But companies actually cared about people, or at least they appeared to care, and they brought down their prices. They made certain days free for certain groups of people, like veterans and cops and whatever, and they helped each other. We lost caring in this country. We don't care anymore. I mean, seriously, we lost our heart. We lost our heart in this country. We don't care. All we care about is, it's not fair that that person gets this. It's not fair that this person gets this. We're all a bunch of privileged jerks that just care about ourselves. We don't care about the other person and what they're going through and what their struggle is. Yes, $15 an hour is way too much to pay someone to flip burgers. But if they have a family, what the hell are they supposed to do? Get 2 jobs? Okay, fine. If that's how you feel about it, and that's what you did, and you think to yourself, also, I did some. You know how long it took me to make $15 an hour, and what I had to sacrifice? Well, the problem is that your $15 an hour isn't the same $15 an hour as it was that $4 an hour was unfathomable in the 1930s. You to pay someone $4 an hour in the 30s? That's ridiculous. Who would in their right mind do that? No one could afford that except for billionaires, which there weren't very many back then. But anyways, that's my rant. That's what I had to say is, lower your damn prices. Everyone, lower your prices and make the world a better place. But that's not going to happen. But also, at least sympathize what someone else's struggle is. Both sides. Think about $15 an hour. Most companies can't afford, and they have to fire people. Okay? Or lower their hours or something like that. So that's that side of it. But without $15 an hour, families go on welfare. Families depend on parents, and they can't break free until they get training. And so until that time, what do they do? What do they do? So both sides, no matter what. And so and think about it also. Prices are already raised up. Things have already gone up to compensate for what companies saw coming a long time ago. They knew this $15 an hour was coming. They knew it. They saw it, and they raised the prices to compensate for it, and to compensate for the other raised prices. So all right, that's all I have to say. That's my rant. Love you. Bye.